What's up, ladies and gentlemen? It's Quinton here with Sewing and Vacuum Warehouse, and we are back with Janome's 9480, and today we're going to do that deep dive that we promised you. We're going to start with the exterior just like we did on the quick tour, and beginning with the buttons. These are the standard buttons for a machine of this quality. So you're going to have your auto cutter, your auto presser foot. Every machine has your needle up, needle down, your locking stitch, your reverse, and your speed control. Now, lighting is a big thing that separates this machine from a lot of other machines. And I know I've heard as we get older, the lighting is a big necessity. So Janome went all the way out to adding an extendable light. So you don't have to have that light that, yeah, my cameraman was not too happy about that comment. So you don't have to run the USB powered light all the way around your machine and get the vines of lights on your machines. No longer necessary with Janome's 9480. Let's talk about this massive extension table. We mentioned it on the quick tour. Proportionally speaking, largest extension table. This thing is huge. It adds a ton of space to your work area. And on that extension table, we do have that little mystery box over there. We will get to that later. The high performance system. That's something that is specific to Janome. The high performance system turns your zigzag machine into a straight stitch only. We've touched on this before with other machines. The Continental series comes with this as well. But what it is, if you've ever sewn on a straight stitch only, whether it be anything from that beautiful featherweight to the heavy duty HD9, you notice there's a little bit of a difference in that straight stitch from a machine that is specifically designed to do it versus a machine that is designed to do all sorts of stitches. But what they have done is they've timed the needle and the hook out all the way in that far left position and gives you that beautiful straight stitch. Not only did they do that, they provided you with these awesome narrow feet that look like straight stitch only machines' feet. One of those, this big one, is an actual walking foot. The nice thing about this is you have a perfect 1/4 inch scant on your left side here and your full 1/4 inch on your right side. So depending on how you want to sew or what seam allowance you want, you just flip your fabric around. Makes it nice and easy to use. So we are on the screen that your machine will come up to every time you turn it on, and it is what Janome calls your utility stitches. Kind of stitches meant for a little bit of everything, but mostly you have like your standard straight stitches, your standard zigzags, nothing out of the ordinary in your utility mode. Then we have this little button right here, and this is actually just our modes. So you have your applique stitches, your cross stitches, heirloom, quilt style, it goes on. So let's go into something like, let's say, the quilt stitches. Most people that buy this machine are going to be quilters. You have, again, stitch number 1, standard straight stitch. Stitch number 2, 1/4 inch stitch. Now the reason I wanted to show you this stitch is you'll notice my presser foot down here has changed from the A foot to the O foot. The nice thing about Janome, it is not a long-term sales pitch. When you select a stitch and it recommends you a foot, it is not going to be a foot that the machine doesn't come with. And speaking of feet that it comes with, this thing comes with over 30 included accessories. It is a ton of stuff that it comes with. Moving on from the modes, we have our alphabet, and you have quite a few fonts. I know embroidery machines that don't come with this many fonts. And then tapering mode. If you're an applique person, you're gonna love tapering mode. What it actually does, and I don't know if the screen will show this from this far away, so Sean might have to throw a little bit of a pop-up, but it will, like, let's take a thick satin stitch, and it will actually come down at an angle. So if I use satin stitches for applique, and in the corners I get those giant knots where I had 2 locking stitches end on each other, you don't have that anymore because it comes down at an angle, leaves at an angle, leaves you a beautiful corner. Then we have sewing applications. This is what I love to call like my onboard manual. And it is going to take me directly to wherever I need to be. So let's say I'm doing something I don't normally do. I want to do a rolled hem. My machine will set me up for the right foot, the right tension, the right stitch length. And if I'm still confused, I have this little QR code down in the bottom right that we can use Janome's AccuSpark 2 app on. And it will be, again, another onboard manual. The nice thing about those onboard manuals is it takes you directly to where you need to be. I don't have to get out of whatever screen I'm in and go hunt down what I'm trying to do. No, I scan the QR code and it takes me right there. So let's get back to our top levels of buttons, and we will sew with these, but I'll just run you through what they are. You have pivot mode, where it will leave the needle down and pick the presser foot up every time you stop to do exactly what it sounds like, and that is pivot. You have twin needle mode. So if I'm doing any garment making is when I mostly use twin needles. It will, if I press this, it will limit me to the stitches that I can sew with a twin needle. And what that means is it won't damage the machine. It won't go outside and break one of those two needles. All right, we have the ability to turn the AccuFeed system on. That is Janome's one-of-a-kind walking foot system that is second to none. And then you have floating mode. We will dive into floating mode. That is a new feature on Janome's newest line of machines that came out last October. The last super important button I'm going to show you on this machine is this little locking button. This does a few things. One, you might have seen that it just dropped my presser foot, but it's really nice because it leaves the tension plates open. So when I'm threading my machine, I don't have to worry about the hook shredding that thread. Another thing this does, now, if you have a Janome with an electronic presser foot, and you're just watching this for fun, I'll show you a little feature even you have on your machine. While we have that locked, we hit our presser foot button, and it will bring that foot to an extra high stay. So if I'm doing something where I need both of my hands to get under the foot, and I can't just hold the presser foot up in the back, I lock my machine, hit the presser foot button, it'll bring it way up. This is great for changing my needle plate because with so many different needle plates on this machine, I'm going to want to change them without having to unscrew them over and over again. So we'll just drop that light in there, hit the target button. Now another nice thing, so you might have seen this actually just automatically kicked the needle all the way over. This machine recognizes what needle plate is in it. It's another protective feature. If I'm in the exact situation I'm in right now and I change my presser foot because I'm doing a different job but I forgot to change my needle plate, my machine won't let me hurt it. Now we move on to the highly anticipated and everyone's favorite part of these new series of machines. That is Janome's ASR, their accurate stitch regulator. Now it is not supposed to come with this machine, but we're often very friendly and we just kind of throw it the toss in. So if you are looking for a machine with an accurate stitch regulator,
and
the
how much
9480.
is that accurate stitch regulator? If you weren't nice and you didn't throw it in for us.
If we weren't so awesome, this ASR system is $1,000. It's a $1,000 add-on to your machine, but we are nice, so. So what the ASR though is exactly what it sounds like, the accurate stitch regulator. If I'm a big free motion quilter, why the heck else would I get a throat space like this? If I am a big free motion quilter, it keeps those stitches nice and even. While I've been explaining this awesome system, you may have noticed this cool little video playing up here in the corner, and that is the video that Janome actually reached out to us for, asked us to shoot what the ASR system was, give it a great explanation and all of its functions. So at the end of this video, because you're gonna watch the whole thing, just hit the up next button and it's gonna be the full explanation in that entire video. I was just about to close out this video and I forgot probably one of my favorite features they added to this series of machines, and that is the stitch adjustment knobs. I'm not a fan of the poke to get my length or my width to change. This is so fast, and I have the HP plate on, so it won't let me change the width, but changing my length, and then you can actually see the active stitch change on the screen, but changing the length from 0.1 to 5.0 is super simple, super fast, very tactile, so it's not a guessing game. And that, yeah, I just wanted to add that little part because it's freaking awesome. I do want to say, everyone that has been watching our videos, we are loving the growing engagement. If you're new here, thank you. The big reason we are doing these videos is we want to sell these machines, and we think everybody deserves the kind of experience that we can offer here. So if you're new here, throw us a bone, give us a like. You might want to subscribe, because while we're on the topic of subscribers, we may or may not be doing something into a 9410 giveaway. I don't know where you heard that from. But as always, I'm Quinton from Sewing and Vacuum Warehouse, and I'll see you next time.